How does the Google Pixel 7 Pro, one of the best camera phones available, compare to Sony's new top-of-the-line Xperia 1 Mark V? Sony claims that the Xperia 1 Mark V's key camera improvements will result in significant improvements in low-light photography. The two may have the best cameras available, but there are significant differences between them in other areas that could influence your decision, such as Google's emphasis on AI technology or Sony's high-resolution display. Here are the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V and Google Pixel 7 Pro's 5 main distinctions. If you're interested in finding out what's new with this year's model, we compare the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V and the Xperia 1 Mark IV separately. The Sony Xperia 1 Mark V has the same top-tier Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset as other 2023 flagships like the Xiaomi 13 Pro and OnePlus 11, along with 12 gigs of RAM and either 256 or 512 gigs of storage. So let's start with the most noticeable difference. We haven't benchmarked the Xperia 1 Mark V yet, but based on the performance of other Snapdragon Gen 2 equipped smartphones, we have confidence in its performance, provided Sony has fixed the overheating problem with the Xperia 1 Mark IV from last year. The Pixel Fold, Pixel Tablet, and even the mid-range Pixel 7a all use the same in-house Tensor G2 chipset, which is featured in the Google Pixel 7 Pro, along with 8 or 12 gigs of RAM and either 128, 256, or 512 gigs of storage. Expect the Xperia 1 Mark V to perform better in benchmark tests because, while the Pixel 7 Pro can handle daily tasks with ease, it isn't quite as powerful as even the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, let alone its newer, more powerful sibling. The Tensor G2 chipset, though it may not be a benchmark leader, is focused on AI and machine learning, which enables the Pixel phones to carry out some pretty unusual tasks, such as automatically navigating those annoying call menus, transcribing in real time with impressive accuracy, and performing complex photo edits with ease. But more on that later. It should not be surprising that Sony's Xperia 1 Mark V has impressive camera capabilities, including a distinctive main sensor and a capable telephoto lens, given that Sony has an entire DSLR division. Sony claims that the new 52-megapixels X-More-T chipset helps deliver significant improvements in low-light photography with a 2x boost over the Xperia 1 Mark IV. However, it is still unknown how this compares to the main sensor in actual field tests. Additionally, the Xperia 1 Mark V's 1x1.31-inch camera sensor is the larger of the two, which should help it perform better in low light. At 12 megapixels ultra-wide and 12 megapixels telephoto are placed on either side of it, with the latter offering a continuous optical zoom range of 3.5 to 5.2x for incredibly adaptable close-ups. The Pixel 7 Pro still has a fantastic camera setup, with a main 50 megapixels camera that has an identical f1.9 aperture, but a slightly smaller 1x1.31-inch sensor. Along with that, there is a 12 megapixels ultra-wide lens and a 48 megapixels fixed high-resolution 5x telephoto lens. Google also recognizes that photography is more than just hardware, however, we'll get to that in a moment. Although the Xperia 1 Mark V may have better cameras in terms of hardware, it can't quite match the magic that the Pixel 7 Pro can perform thanks to its AI-focused Tensor chipset, which makes it one of the best camera phones available. In contrast to the telephoto lens 5x maximum zoom, Google's Super Res Zoom enables an impressive 30x zoom. Real Tone, Google's market-leading skin tone technology, and Night Sight, the company's night mode, follow a similar pattern. It enables even more affordable models, like the Pixel 7a, to outperform more expensive models, like the iPhone 14 Pro Max, in practical situations. However, given the Xperia 1 Mark V's unique main sensor, we'd be curious to see how it compares. The Pixel 7 Pro offers AI-powered editing tools like Magic Eraser to remove unwanted elements from photos and Face Unblur to unblur the face of moving subjects, so it's not just while you're taking pictures. A very small number of smartphones on the market, including the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V and its flagship predecessors, offer a 4K resolution, 1644 by 3840. Although some might argue that it looks too similar on a 6.5-inch OLED panel in comparison to TVs, it does let you watch 4K content from sites like Netflix and YouTube without any downsampling. Additionally, it offers a 641 ppi pixel density, one of the highest of any smartphone in use in 2023. It's also smooth at 120 Hz, but the Pixel 7 Pro has LTPO technology, which enables the display to slow down to as little as 1 Hz to conserve battery life. In fact, with a resolution of 1440 by 3120, the Pixel 7 Pro isn't too far behind the Xperia 1 Mark V. However, the pixel density is lower at 512 ppi due to the larger 6.7-inch 120Hz AMOLED panel and fewer pixels, even though this is still impressive for most users. Despite the two devices' similarities, the Google Pixel 7 Pro is significantly less expensive at $899. Even though it is still fairly expensive, the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V, which has a starting price of $1,399, offers much better value. That represents a $500 increase. Fans of the Sony Xperia 1 Mark V will have to wait a little while before they can purchase the Google Pixel 7 Pro, so if you're tempted, you can do so right away. Pre-orders will be accepted starting on June 14 for delivery on June 29 in the UK, while pre-orders are accepted now for delivery on July 28 in the US. Which one will you choose? Inform us in the comments. Thanks for watching, have a nice day and see you soon.